Good morning, folks. We got Fitbit and the BNA. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Got your coffee? I've been up since 2 a.m. Just woke up. And I was editing and adding to my collection spreadsheet. I had to delete some stuff that I sold and add some stuff. I just added the Civivi Cubit right there. Added my Pyrite White Mountain Knives exclusive warranty. And I'm trying to remember if there's something else I forgot to add. I got the Cubit. Oh, the new Tucson that you guys haven't even seen yet. Mimo, how you doing, buddy? Aberdeen, good to see you too, buddy. Yeah, the unboxing for this Tucson hasn't even come out yet. I'm kind of behind on that. But I think I made a short on it, so you might have seen it. Now, I have added up the total of my collection. I don't know if I've shared that with you guys yet. Have I? I've got 82 knives in the collection. That's including 4 Leatherman. And I have added them up. Sanchito. What's up, buddy? Aaron B. Sharp Guy. Good to see everybody. Denny. Hey, man. So, oh, cool. Hell yeah. Sending the 15B brothers out to Lacey, getting some drops and emulsions. Hell yeah. Very cool. You're sending your Mannix and your Shaman? Very cool. Yeah, she'll do a good job. You've seen my edge that she did on my Mannix. That thing's beautiful. By the way, her emulsions last for so long. I still have this bottle wasn't full when I got it from her, but I still have like a third or a little over a third of it left. I've had this for a long time. Because you only need a couple squirts on your strop, and then that lasts you for I don't know. I strop a lot too. And it lasts a while. Hair whittling edges. Fuck yeah. I saw that she did some pretty good testing with her new 15V Mule team. It looks like that thing is destroying cardboard like I knew it would. James Gran, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, Sanchito with the 15V. Nice, man. Hell yeah. I'm surprised your local knife shop had one. Very cool. Is that your first 15V experience? I think, I don't know. I had this idea in my head before I got any 15V that it was like this. I don't know. I think I had it built up in my head a little bit too much. It's not a magic steel. It's pretty good, like the edge stays bitey a lot longer than you think it would. But it's like any other blade steel. You will have to strop it and upkeep it. It's not magic. I think I had it built up in my head a little bit. But once I started carrying it and using it, you can really see that the sticky kind of edge lasts longer than most of your other knives will. Except I think Spyderco's K390 can hold a candle to it. What conspiracy, Mimo? Is there a 15V conspiracy I don't know about? Are you talking about it being magic steel? So I want to add up my collection here. I want to add up the total of what I've spent on my current collection. This is my current collection, mind you. I have a lot more that I've bought and sold. It's about lace. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. And I don't know. You know, I don't think it matters too much, but it is interesting. Shannon Vents are supposed to fill us in tonight or tomorrow. Oh, maybe it's something different then. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is she put a nice edge on my knife. That's all I know. Florida boy, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Creighton's here. Hey, man. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Don't even know if they're being serious anymore. Yeah, they're kind of the Shane's kind of the conspiracy guy, but he is almost always right. So I guess you can't really call it conspiracy guy. You know, at least I haven't seen him be wrong yet. Drama in the knife world makes things interesting. You know, I don't like to be involved in it, but I like to hear about it. It's interesting. You know, got 4 hours of sleep. Party starts in 2 hours and 22. At what? Party? What are you talking about, party? What's up, Richard? Party? It's something to do with her saying she was at Blade Show. And oh, okay, so it's something different then. That's not what I was thinking of. Something to do with her saying she was at Blade Show and a giveaway. The only thing that comes to mind is I saw she made a post saying that the first couple people she ran into, she would have prizes for. I don't know if that's related to it at all. But yeah, that's not what I was thinking of. Who's ironing my shirt? Oh yeah, I forget it's way different time where you're at. Oh, Creighton's in the old G country. The old G country. All right, let's add up my knife collection here. I did it a few weeks ago and I forgot what exactly it was. I know it was a lot. But this is only knives that are in my collection right now, and this is not what they're worth necessarily. This is what I paid for them. These amounts in here. So let's see. Let's see what the damage is. Oh God. All right. So we select this column. And then let's see. I forgot how to do this. Data validation. How did I even do it? Anyone know how to work this? Google Sheets? View, edit, insert, chart, sheets. How did I even do this? Data, split columns, data connectors. Can't decide whether to buy one of the upgraded pyrites. Which one, Richard? Are you talking about the ones on the Kickstarter? Any idea how much these Brown Jaeger exclusives will run? Is he coming out with more Jaegers? I've always wanted a Jaeger. Badly. I think that's a fucking sick looking knife. Always wanted one of those babies. Are they special? Or are they just like another run of the Jaeger? How do I do this? How do I do this, guys? Create a filter? Sort A to Z, conditional formatting. Maybe create a filter? What does that do? Nothing? Is there a button up here? Filter views. Borders. Zoom. Resize column. I don't know. I forgot how I did this. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh well, guess we're never gonna know. He announced 8 different dealer exclusives. Oh really? Gosh, that's gonna be tempting. I did get my money back from the bank though, or at least I got, refunded. Someone got a hold of my debit card info recently and stole $675 from me. But I just checked and it went back in my account. So that's very cool. I still can't afford to buy a knife right now though. I got asked to don't bring a knife today. Are you you're the notorious knife bringer? I have a weird question. I put a CME on Crucarda and it popped off twice. Is it different in lock length or am I doing something wrong? It shouldn't be any different. It should not be any different. I mean, unless, can you see, is it like hitting on it somewhere? I'm trying to remember. I had one on this PM2 for a long time, but I ended up taking it off just to kind of, for a change of pace. But I can't think of any reason the scales would make it pop off. Did you put the little piece of paper underneath it to give the clearance? Hey, new member. What's up, dude? Thank you, man. Very cool. Hell yeah. I don't know if you've been gifted a membership before or not. But if you don't know, I'm sure you know. But you can watch all the members-only videos now. They're all on a playlist. They come out every weekend. So that's the main thing that you get. But you can also use the emojis. Also, I can add you into the members-only group chat on Instagram if you want to be in there. I always post knives that I'm going to sell in there first for the members, and anyone else can do that as well. So right on, man. Very good to have you. Do you know who took your 600? But no, it showed up in my online banking as from Apple, which is really weird. Yeah, I don't know, but there was like 13 charges. There was like 4 or 5 for like $85. Same amount, 85 and some change. There was like 3 for $40 and a couple more for like 12, I think. But altogether, it was about $675. So I don't know. I don't think they catch these guys. I think they just, your bank account. It's basically like your money is insured kind of with the bank, and if someone rips you off and takes it, then they refund it. Thank God, because I'm not in a position to lose $675. Fuck no. You did put the paper. Okay. Yeah, it's the only thing I could think of is maybe it didn't cure long enough. How long did it sit? Clean the CME, clean both surfaces with alcohol, and use Gorilla Glue. Don't touch it for 24 hours. Yeah, I would say that's probably the best thing to do. Maybe 8 hours wasn't enough, possibly. That's the only thing I could think of. Nemo's saying the glue he sends doesn't work good. I used the glue that he sent with, and it never came off until I pried it off. But Nemo sounds like he knows what he's talking about, so maybe Gorilla Glue. Done for the Instagram chat. All right, sweet. I will add you after the live today. I was wondering if maybe because the compression lock is longer, maybe I put it too far back. So weird, I haven't used a CME before, so I didn't know if it was something I did or normal. I mean, the compression lock shouldn't be any different, right? But I mean, I guess possibly the nub could be hitting it, but if you put the paper clearance in there, then it shouldn't be. I can't really think. I don't know. I would watch this video on installing it again, make sure you're positioning it right. I wouldn't think the crew card version would be a factor. I could be wrong though. Collector and user, not abuser. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. That's what I want to talk about today a little bit. Do you lean more toward the collector side or the more user side? I think most of us are kind of somewhere in the middle. I know some people that are way more on the collector side. Some people are way more on the user side. Did you get the River's Edge Cutlery Para 3 CPM 10V? No, I didn't, but it was tempting. It was very tempting. They look great. There's a nub. Yeah, I mean, this nub. I thought maybe it could be hitting right there. If you bought the right one for your knife, it should be perfect. Yeah, it should. What's up, Bob? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I saw that. That's a crazy deal. That's the teal one, right? That's like, isn't that cheaper than a regular PM2? Isn't the regular PM2s like a little more? It's either just as expensive as a regular PM2 or a little bit cheaper even. So that's a crazy good deal. I really don't need another PM2, or else I would be tempted. %, collector. Not for lack of trying, lack of opportunity. Yeah. You mean lack of cutting opportunities? Typing during close, it will kind of just cut loose. I'm thinking it's because of the difference in skills or my placement. It could be, yeah. I would say make sure your placement's right. Watch some videos on people. You could probably type into Google, someone installing a CME on that specific knife, probably. I'm sure there's a video out there somewhere. Make sure the placement's right. clean both surfaces, and use Gorilla Glue like Mimo said, and let it sit for 24 hours. That's what I would do. As much as I want to be a knife user, I lean more towards a collector. Yeah, I think what you do for a living affects that. Some people do things for a living where they just don't really need to cut that much stuff. I don't have to cut a lot of stuff at work, but probably more than some people. Definitely more than people that work, indoors for sure. Plus, I do, the cut testing videos, which is kind of my excuse to cut with my knives, because I do sometimes feel like, I don't know, there's some times where I go through a whole day where I just don't need to cut anything. And I'm like, fuck, man, I really just want to cut some stuff. I got a badass knife in my pocket. I want to cut. So the cut test videos are fun because I get to go cut some stuff, I have to break out the Dremel and make a small notch in the CME if it's sitting on unclosed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could always modify the shape a little bit. After you do all those things, and after the 24 hours, just close it real slowly and watch where it's hitting and what it's hitting on. And then you can kind of take away some material on the CME right in that area. I always carry one or two, but most knife work is in the kitchen or garage with kitchen knives and utility blades. Yeah, I have a utility blade in my toolbox on my truck, and the only time I really use that is for like something where I just really don't want to, it's something like maybe I'm cutting against metal, or whatever, stripping the insulation off of my leads wires if I'm like replacing a ground clamp or something. But I mostly use my knives for like utility blade type stuff. I know some people that use their folding knives in their kitchen, and I usually do if I have one in my pocket and I'm in the kitchen. I only own one kitchen knife, and it's just like a regular Target brand kind of crappy kitchen knife. I would like to someday buy a nice kitchen knife, maybe a Tucson. They got some pretty cool ones. Anyone tried the button compression lock style lock from Blades We Love? They call it the PM2. Oh yeah, the PM2 button lock conversions. I haven't tried one personally, but I imagine it feels kind of like the Smock because it's the same concept. They are really cool. Very, very cool. What's up, Trakovich? I'm a late night impulsive knife buyer. I use one at work daily. Collector user. Yeah, that sounds pretty close to myself as well. Okay, how about this? What percentage of your knives do you think you use roughly? Out of your collection, what percentage of the knives do you actually use? Because I have knives I don't use for sure, but the majority of my knives I at least lightly use. Oh, no way. Wow, that's sick, dude. A copper neutron. Oh, man. That's badass, man. Does it have texturing? Or is it flat? Fuck. I'm jealous. I really wanted to grab a neutron on the recent drop. Just to kind of, I'm a big TRM fan now. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't swing it. Haven't tried. Oh yeah, Vasti does make some chef knives too, don't they? Yeah. Should I be concerned about sitting my knives out for sharpening? I don't think so, man. I haven't heard of anybody ever being ripped off ever. I know Jason's sent her multiple things. I have a bunch of people. Never heard of anything happening. So I wouldn't think so. I use my folding knives in the kitchen and at the table. What's your favorite folding knife to use in the kitchen, Robert or Richard? What's a good folder for the kitchen? Oh yeah, the Tacray. Yeah, yeah, that's a badass kitchen knife for show. What percent of your knives do you actually use? 0%. So you don't use any knives? Or did I say the opposite? Did I say what percent of your knives do you not use? I can't remember what I said. Maybe it was what percent of knives do you not use? Only carried about 10 to 15% of my knives. So Aaron's got a lot of safe queens. Use 10% tops, rest just get fidgeted with. I definitely do a lot of fidgeting. Oh yeah. Need to keep reducing the size of the collection. What's your collection looking like right now, Aaron? About how many knives do you have? Ooh, nice. 165. It's badass, man. You have to let me know how it cuts. I've always been curious about that one. Oh, Richard's got a Vosteed chef's knife. Cool. I believe they're relatively cheap as well. I usually use the same two knives, the Mini Sheepdog or the Mini Praxis. Those are both great users. You use the double detent Mini Sheepdog or the liner lock Mini Sheepdog? Richard uses whichever's in the pocket. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I do too. I collect but don't use them, only fidget with them. So do you carry a knife at all, like day to day? Or you're just a collector? Tried the Kapara and Tazer a couple times. I'd rather use a kitchen knife, I guess. Yeah, I mean, kitchen knives are better suited for most cutting tasks, but you know, some folders are pretty good. I don't think I have any like badass kitchen knives. I think probably my best kitchen knife would be the Tucson. I think 376. Is it 376? I always forget on this one. Yeah, same one that Aaron just mentioned. This is probably my best kitchen knife for sure. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Dopey's got 0 safe queens. No point. Yeah, I get it. Aaron's got 90 knives. Mimo's got a little over 100. It's a big collection. Definitely a big collection. I'm at, what am I at? Look on my spreadsheet. 82. 82 knives. I think 100 is a pretty good number. I think I would like to keep mine not too much over 100. That seems like a good number to me. The better knives I use only on the weekends because they'll get thrashed at work. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I do that a lot. Like these knives up on the rack here, these are kind of my knives I like to keep relatively scratch free. So I carry a lot of these on the weekends, but I won't carry these at work because they will get thrashed. Absolutely. Thinking about selling my blue cigar hat Techno 2 before I use it. It's a little too small for me, and I want to buy another knife. Do you have one in mind, or you just want the funds to purchase something? I get it, man. I totally get it. Spedico Bow River for my kitchen and cutting food. Is that the little the like cheap fixed blade with the hole, the little? Well, they all have a hole in it, but it has the tiny hole. It's like $45, I think. Love the look of the Techno, but it's small. I've never held one. What's like a comparable knife in size that I would know? Few hundred. Ooh, few hundred slip joints. Damn. Now collecting modern folders. Now up to 72 of those. Trying all brands. So you have over 172 knives? uh, that's a lot, man. That's a big collection. Hell yeah. I love it. Double detent. Never had one before, and I kind of like it. I love my double detent mini sheepdog. Fucking love it. I've been thinking about getting that Kaiser walnut. That's another double detent that looks really fun. Pull it up. Freaking fly. Oh, no, that's not it. Stop the screen. Share screen. Walnut. The walnut. $60. It looks fun. It's got a big clip too, so you can use it as a money clip if you want to. I think. Oh no, never mind. I thought it had a big fat clip. But I guess you could still use it as a money clip. It's kind of like a boxy-ish shape. I saw a video of someone messing with it. It looked pretty fun. I have a kitchen EDC coming sometime this month. The Bastide Mini Barber. It's a 6-inch fixed cleaver. Oh, nice. I don't think I've seen that one. Kevy Kev, good morning, my buddy. Use 5% of my knives. Yeah, well, I get it. If you have 175 knives, it'd be kind of impossible to use all of them. I wouldn't call any of them safe queens. I just have certain knives I like to carry more. Carry the Imamba more than my budget knives. Yeah, well, that Imamba, that's a knife where it's pricey, but it's built tough, and it's a knife that it's so good that you just have to use and carry it. So that's kind of how I feel about my my textured titanium atom. This is like one of my most prized possessions. I fucking love this thing just incredibly much. But it's too good not to use it. It's too much of a just laser beam that I have to carry and use it, even though it will get scratched. But I don't really care that much because this is a knife that I'll never sell, so I don't have to worry about trying to not scratch it. A lot of times when I don't carry a new knife, it's because I'm still thinking I might sell it at some point, so I don't want to scratch it up. Usually, if I don't carry a knife at all, it's either because I really, really love it like a ton, but maybe it's not a super practical knife. Like my Sharp by Design Apex. This is a beautiful knife, but in my day-to-day, it's not super practical. I mean, it'll cut well for sure, but it's not super practical. So this one I don't carry. So there's that, but also I have knives where there's something in the back of my head that's like, I'm not like completely in love with this. I might sell this someday. So in that case, I will not carry it so I don't scratch it. So I can get my money back on it. Bama Blades, what's up, my dude? 300 altogether. Damn. Like Curtis says, 800 to 900, mostly Case. Holy fuck! I didn't know Case made 900. I mean, he's got to have doubles, right? There's no way Case makes 900 different knives, or do they? Why do brand new knives not hold an edge well? Well, I don't know. Sometimes they might have burnt edges. That's good. That's a thing. What happens is when they get sharpened at factory, they sharpen them on belt sanders. They don't use like fixed angle sharpeners or stones. So the belt sanders heat up the edge, and if they don't pull it away and dip it in water often enough, sometimes it heats up a little too much, and it destroys the heat treat that has been done to it to harden the blade. And once you heat up blade steel that's already been heat treated, it starts losing its hardness again. So sometimes that happens. It's called a burnt edge. And if you sharpen past that, usually it'll take just one sharpen, maybe two, and you'll sharpen away all that bad steel, and you'll get down to the nice, good, hard stuff again. So that can definitely happen. Would it be crazy to sell the Techno 2 for 200 when I just paid 315? I would, yeah, I would ask at least. Let's see, are they still available, or are they sold out? Because that is a factor. If they're all gone and it's more in demand, then you can ask a little bit more. I would do, if they're sold out, I would start at 280, 285 even. And then if it doesn't sell, you can always just, slowly go down. I carry the walnut every day. Nice. Yeah, I think I need to get it. You can reverse flick it, right? With the that hole. I might get that. It looks fun. Yeah, the relative pre-order goes live today. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. I wish I had the money. It looks awesome. I'm still holding out for the Quiet Carry 9. I'm hoping that restock comes soon. Does anybody know? Has anyone heard anything more about that? Oh, you have this same pattern on your copper one? That's fucking sick, dude. That's the best pattern I've ever seen them do. It's amazing. Why is the camera not focused? Went to buy the PM2 this week. Came home with the Manix 2. $7 and a McNeese Mac 2. Oh, wow. Damn, dude. Hell yeah. That is fucking sweet. I've never tried a McNeese. Checked out a nasty Auto Mac. Sick. Sick. One knife I didn't carry because it was white micarta. I sold it because I hate not carrying and using my stuff. It was the New Night Kaiser October. Yeah, I've only ever had one knife in white G10, and it was the white and red bladed Baby Banter. And yeah, it got dirty so fast. Usually like soap and water and a rag will clean it up pretty good, but it's never the same as when you first get it. I still can't figure out what happened to my Baby Banter. After the cut testing video, it's got massive, massive blade play, and the pivot's all the way tightened down. So I think I might have bent the liners or something. That's the only thing I can think of. I took it apart. They're not. I don't see anything visibly bent out of shape. But something happened, dude. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the video. Probably not. But it's massive blade play. It's way off center. And the pivot's like completely tightened down. I like wrenched it down. Yeah. So something happened. And I wasn't super hard on it. I just did what I usually do on my cut test videos, which I don't know. Would that be considered too hard on a Baby Banter? I don't know, but I don't think it should bend. Good morning, Edie Sears. What's up, my dude? Can rush like the walnut with every finger. Okay, yeah, you're selling me on it. You're selling me on it. Case collectors go for different dates of different patterns. Easy to have many multiples of the same pattern with different years of manufacture. Okay, cool. So since you're a case guy, was this a good purchase? For $45, this John Deere medium Stockman. Was that a good buy? If it would fucking focus. I think it looks cool. I like the green. Come on, camera. Do the thing that you're supposed to do. Anyways. Whoa, what was that? Oh shit, the fucking John Deere thing just popped out. Look at that. It just fell out. I can glue it back in. That's not a big problem, but damn, that should not happen, right? Overall, I was not super impressed with the fit and finish on it. The edge bevels were kind of a little wonky and, you know, but it's my first case, so I don't really know what to expect. If the cut test is too much, it ain't a knife. Yeah. Within reason, yeah. I think my cut testing, the stuff that I do should not be doing that. Don't buy a banter, was going to buy for a work cutter. I guess not, man. Unless there's something I'm not seeing. All I know is after the testing, now it has a big problem. So not so great a purchase. Yeah. I'm asking if it was a good purchase and the fucking thing pops out. Shield falling out is common. Yeah, I guess so. It's happened a few times with my Rough Riders. The Rose Cup Swayback won Knife of the Year at Blade Show. Best budget slip at 47. I've been tempted to pick that up. I like how it looks. It's got a forward finger choil. A forward finger choil. It looks cool, huh? 46 bones. D2, which I like. I'd way rather have D2 than like, you know, whatever stainless stuff that a lot of slip joint makers use. I like D2. How much? Okay, yeah, 3.1 inch blade, but your cutting edge is probably like 2.5, maybe. It's out of stock here. I think C. Risner has it. Yeah, they got one. How's the walk on talk on that? Anybody own that? Just about to buy a baby banter too. Well, I mean, if you're just doing light cutting with it, it should be fine. I was cutting rope and strap and a lot of cardboard. Nothing too crazy. You know, the hardest thing on it must have been either the rope or the strap. You know, so case QC is shit. Factory edges are also shitty. Really? Okay, so that's a common thing. Does the QC get better, you know, like for their more expensive knives, or is it all kind of the same fit and finish? At least the show won't get lost out in town or something. Oh yeah, yeah, I know. And that was one of the main reasons I bought it, was because of this John Deere shield. Because my grandpa really liked John Deere stuff. He had a John Deere belt buckle and a hat. So that would have really sucked to lose that part of it. D2 is really good if heat treat. Yeah, absolutely. D2 is great. Just there's a negative stigma against D2 for, I think, probably because for a while it was being heat treated badly, and so people just assumed that it sucked, and so people automatically kind of, well, not, well, I don't know, automatically, but people kind of switched their desires over to 14C, which has worse edge retention but more stainless than D2. For me, I don't, I live in Central California, so I don't have to worry about corrosion, at least from the weather. It's not that humid, so I much prefer D2 over 14C. But 14C is everywhere now. It's the new D2. I left my D2 knives if they don't rust in hot and humid Florida. I don't know how people rust them. I don't either, dude. I mean, yeah, I live in Central California, but I have never. The only knife I've ever had a rust spot on was my Manix 2. And that was because I sent it in a box all the way into Florida. And even though it was coated with oil both ways, it still got a little spot. But it's never happened to me just carrying a knife around here, ever. D2 was one of the first super steels, from what I heard. Well, yeah, it was a tool. It was a tool steel. It still is, used in chisels and all kinds of shit. If we look at the Knife Steel Nerds chart, let's pull that up real quick. We can look at the chart. This is made by Laren Thomas. Or is it Laren Thomas or Laren Thompson? I forget. Laren Thomas, I think. So D2, we have a 5 on edge retention, a 4 on corrosion or 4.5 on corrosion resistance. So 5 is actually pretty good. It's the same as 4V. And then if we go to the stainlesses down here and we look up 14C, there's only a 3 in edge retention, but an 8.5 in corrosion resistance, and it's very tough. So 14C, very tough, very corrosion resistant, doesn't hold an edge that well. D2 holds an edge much better, not super tough, not super corrosion resistance. So for a folding knife, for me, D2 all the way, baby, all the way. Nobody complains when M4 gets a little spot. Yeah, I don't, dude. I think patina on your knife is good. I'm waiting for my 15V to patina. I want it to happen. I even put a little bit of coffee on my shaman blade the other day and let it sit for a while just to see what it would do. I think patina looks good. So corrosion, I could care less. I really could care less about it. Toughness either, really. I mean, I've never had an edge. Well, that's not true. It's very rare that I've had an edge roll or chip. I think in folding knives, at least smaller folding knives with like 4 inches or less blades, unless you're like chopping with it or something, I don't think toughness is a super important. I mean, it is important. At least for me, edge retention is king, though. Edge retention is king. Both my 15Vs have a few dark spots, and I like the weathered look, feels in. Yeah, exactly. I have a couple spots that are, they're not like dark spots, but it looks like slightly in the right light. I can see some areas that have darkened up a little bit. But I just think it looks fantastic. I really love it. Come on, you bitch. It's not going to do it. I have a real steel that's in a beefy D2 Tanto. As Siobhan says, I can stab it through a car door. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, Tantos are really built to have very strong tips. So yeah, you could probably do that. Slightly darker than the steel is what I meant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing on mine. You like edge retention? Try some Maximate. I would love to, man. I would love to. That's on my list of blade steel that I have not tried. Maximate and M4, both are steels I have not tried. I have my brand new 3V Malibu Edge chip fidgeting with a beer bottle in between my legs, and the blade hit the top and chipped. Wow, that's weird. 3V is pretty freaking tough, so that is weird. You must have hit it just perfectly right, I guess. Heard Maximate grazed out real nice. Yeah, I've seen some great patina on Maximate. Crewbar numbers are good. Tate Lipstick Screaming Edge cost well more than D2, of course. It is really tough. You know, the edge retention is not amazing. It's actually the same as D2. You can see they both score 5s. Crewwear 5, D2 5. But for toughness, Crewwear is an 8, while D2 is only 3.5. So yeah, it's basically a super, super tough D2. The corrosion resistant is basically the same too, just 1 point off. So yeah, Crewwear is just a very, very tough D2 basically. Maximate's taking a beautiful patina. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I love, you know, I don't own a Para 3 yet. Or I have in the past, but I don't right now. I think that'd be a good one to get it in Maximate. Or actually, do they make the native 5 in Maximate? That would probably be my number one choice. Is the Tenacious coming out? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Some people are saying that could be the king of, you know, bang for your buck, because it's only like, I think, $130 for M4. Pretty freaking good. It might be even less than that. I like the way Nefarious, but why can't they do a normal stonewash or satin blade? Everything seems to be coated, blasted. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. That bothers me about Wii. They do bead blasts. I don't know why the fuck they do that. I don't mind like a good stone washing. I don't like just a straight PVD coating black. I don't like that. I like a dark acid wash. That's fine. But yeah, I much prefer just a regular stone wash or belt satin. I don't know. Honestly, that's a reason why I haven't bought a Wii knife yet. I really like the hyphen, but I would have to buy one of the black bladed ones, because like I will never buy anything that's bead blasted blade. Blade blasted. Love to see a native 5 in Maximate too. So do they not make it in Maximate? I can't recall ever seeing one. Either that or maybe a Sage 5. Is it a Sage 5? That's one I don't own yet either. If that comes in Maximate, that'd be sweet. What's the Spyderco I don't own that comes in Maximate? Oh, there's a lightweight in Maximate? Okay. I kind of wanted the native 5 in G10 because I already own a lightweight one. But that's cool. Let me just type in Spyderco Maximate. See what comes up. Maximate knives for sale. Para 3. There's the Native 5 lightweight right there. Oh, the Sage 1. That's a liner lock, though. The PM2 and the Manix 2. Okay. Well, you can replace the scales on the lightweight Native 5, right? Do they make them for the lightweight? Ooh, you got a Ziphius. Nice, dude. What's the gray coating on the titanium? It starts to shine at wear points. I don't know. I've never looked at one in person. Which version do you have? Let's look it up. It's probably just a bead blast, I would think. Or I don't know. Maybe it is a coating. I don't rightly know. That's a sweet knife, though. That's a wee knife that I would like. I heard it's got a really amazing detent. Gray and carbon fiber. So this one right here. It should just be some kind of blast. That's weird. Are you the type of guy that does not like the worn in look? Are you trying to keep it nice and pretty? I'm just curious. If you plan on keeping the knife and using it, then I think the worn in look is fine. But if you want to just try it out and you're possibly going to sell it, then yeah, that's annoying as fuck that it's doing that. Uses 20 CV, so I don't get why they go to so much for adding additional rust proofing. Yeah, I don't know either, man. I really don't know. It's weird. It's weird. MC posted a video on the M4 Tenacious. Oh, cool. Yeah, that was my first Spyderco, the Tenacious. My very first Spyderco. And then I gifted it to one of my best friends when he moved away. And it was his first, real knife, and kind of got him into knives a little bit. He's not as into them as I am, but he's bought a couple now. And he loves that Tenacious boy. He absolutely loves it. He bought some brass scales for it and a deep carry clip. He carries it every day. He doesn't really carry much else. Just a Tenacious every day. It's pretty cool. Fucking fly. M&M break. I got a notification on my phone this morning. It was something I had put in my calendar for today, and it said Kaiser sale, and that's it. And I can't remember why I put that in there. Does anyone know about a Kaiser sale happening today? Crunchy. Oh yeah. What's up, B Shady? I have the 9CR Tenacious in my tackle box. Better part of 15 years. Many memories with that knife. Cool. Yeah, that's a great tackle box knife. That's the same one I have. I think that was the only other one besides now the M4 one. But yeah, it's a great knife, man. It was just too expensive for having 9CR 18 MOV for a long time. But now it's pretty freaking good. Yeah. I'm leaving myself clues. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Why did I put that in my phone? Kaiser sale. I went to the Kaiser website already. I didn't notice anything. I mean, they always have some sales, but I didn't notice anything like, big sale or, sale on a knife that I had been eyeing or anything like that. I didn't notice anything. I just realized I hadn't hit this the whole time. No wonder I feel like shit. I cut a tarp tie down from the neck of a 7-foot sawfish from a dock in Cape Coral, Florida with that tenacious. Wow, hell yeah. I love it when knives got, you did something, you've done something that sticks in your memory with a specific knife. And then when you pull the knife out again, you always think about it. It's pretty cool. Just wiped the eyes. Slept the fuck in for once. Damn. 7:30. That is sleeping in, baby. I can't remember the last time I slept in until 7:30. You lucky bastard. I would if I could on weekends, but my body wakes up, especially on Saturday mornings because I know I'm going live in the morning. My body just wakes me up way too early. Like this morning, I was up at I think 2:30, and I kind of dozed off for a little bit, but I've been pretty much up since 2:30. It's a Father's Day sale on Kaiser. Maybe I can get that walnut. If I can get the walnut for $50, I think I can afford that right now. Hi, Floki. Did you want to come say hello to everybody? It's a good boy. It's a good boy. New arrival. Oh, the Veritas. Cool. That's one I wanted to pick up. Is it in stock? Oh no, sold out. Or coming soon, I guess. That's Justin Lundquist's or Jason Lundquist's new design with Kaiser. This is a weird one. I haven't seen this. What the fuck is going on there? There's just a random fuller. Weird. That is very odd. Why would they do that? There's no way that can be a good slicer, right? I mean, you don't have that, friction running on, on the material with this big fuller, but also you don't have much of a, flat grind there either. The design is inspired by a moose. The shape of the entire blade and anti-slip teeth are like the lines of antlers. The shape of the handle refers to the profile of the deer nose. What the fuck is this guy talking about? God. Hovering around the Kaiser Bugai, but I'm trying to get away from buying Chinese knives. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look at it. I get what you mean, though, too. I've kind of been, I've definitely been a lot more into getting USA made stuff recently, too. Conflicted about Medford. I love them, but I don't love Greg. Yeah, Greg's a douche. He's a major douche. Major douche. Not a huge fan of most of their knives either. They're just too big and bulky. I handled a couple at the California Knife Show, and they're even bigger in person, man. They're just fucking insane. Like, to the point where they're not even really that useful. A lot of them. Some of them are. He's got some thinner ones. But a lot of them are just like, dude, what are you doing? Why? I mean, I get they're big, badass, overbuilt, but they're not practical. They're just not. I'm just getting the echo. Nice, good, nice, yeah. I need to get one of them gunslingers in purple. The echo is awesome, man. You'll love it. The gunslinger, the Jack Wolf, I don't know. It does look pretty good, but $350? I don't know. I guess it's not horrible. I don't have a belt for my pants that can hold a Medford. When's the next show in Cali? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. You can Google it. It's the California Custom Knife Show. Just type that in. This is a weird-ass knife. And then we have the... What is that one? Is that an Escort? Let me type in walnut. You guys think I really think I should get a walnut? Is it really that fun? It's $60. Can I get it on sale? It's normally 80. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I will. Started messing around with the anodizing tie with 9-volt batteries. Pretty fun. Oh, cool, man. I've always wanted to do that. I just never have bought the materials needed. Is it pretty easy? It'll be my first Jack Wolf. I think I'm gonna finally pull the trigger on this one. Yeah. I mean, even though it's more than their slip joints, it is a price that does make more sense to me than a $300 slip joint. It's S90V, I think, right? Titanium bolster lock, titanium liners, fat carbon inlay, titanium clip, ground real thin. I still think 350 is a little much, but it's not as outrageous as 300 for one of his slip joints. Baking batteries, baking soda, and distilled water. That's all you need? I thought you needed like a piece of titanium to clip onto and then dip that in the water. Or is that not true? Gonna hold off on any more knives unless I can find a large Semenza Insignia and Magna Cut. That would be fucking awesome, man. I've been considering a CRK as well. I would definitely get the Insingo blade. Absolutely. I just don't know. I don't know if I would get an Umnumzan, a Sebenza, or what's the other one? The Inkosi. There doesn't seem to be massive differences between them. But I don't know a whole lot about them. I like the new Jack Wolf, but maybe a different blade shape. Yeah, I agree. It's too much belly for me. It's like a pretty aggressive clip point. If it was in a Warncliffe, I would be actually more tempted. You can use something as simple as aluminum foil for your cathode, but a chunk of titanium works better. Oh, really? You can use that for... Okay, I didn't know that. A chunk of titanium works better. What do I... I don't know if I have a chunk of titanium. I guess I could use, like, another scale from another knife, right? I know people buy, like, pieces of titanium wire on Amazon. They're not that expensive. Honestly, with prices climbing as they are, I'm snagging one now before they go any higher, especially in Jack Wolf. Definitely don't want a knife in the back like Benjamin is good for. Yeah. Yeah. They are definitely going up. A Thai pry bar. Yeah, I don't own one of those. But yeah, that would work good. Hard the lock on the Un was on as torturous on the thumb. Oh, really? Okay. What about the Sabenza versus Inkosi? The cathode should be larger than what you are anodizing. You can use the titanium wire to hang your scales from. Oh, really? So using the wire as the cathode is not a good idea? Jack Wolf knife is a make-believe price, strictly marketing for profit. Yeah, I'm inclined to believe it, but to believe that. Yeah, his marketing is very good. The way he markets his stuff is very good. He's really good at building up hype. He's got a lot of reviewers in his pocket. He sends out free knives to people, to reviewers. I know he does that for sure, or at least he used to. I know a few reviewers who they just get a free Jack Wolf knife in the mail every month when the new one comes out. And honestly, if you're getting a free $300 knife in the mail every month, you're probably going to say good things about it, right? You're probably going to say, wow, this is a really good knife. I love this thing. These are so cool. Because you want to keep getting them in the mail. So, that's all I'm saying. You always need to be a little bit wary of a knife reviewer reviewing a knife that they got for free. Because even if you're the most stand-up guy person ever, that is still going to affect your view of the knife at least a little bit. It's always going to. There's just no way around it. You treat and feel differently about things that you spent your own hard-earned money on. You do. If you get something for free, you think a little differently about it. So I appreciate knife channels where, for the most part, they are talking about knives in their own collection, knives that they are buying, which is what I do. I get a few knives on loaner, for loaner, but that's fine, But when there's knife channels that are, they get sent new knives from companies very regularly. You got to take their reviews with a little grain of salt. Not to say they're not good reviews or good people. It's just, you got to be aware of it. Metal Complex gets a ton of free knives, probably the most free knives of anyone in the knife game. And I do trust his opinion, but at the same time, you do have to take what he says with a grain of salt. Also, he doesn't do a lot of cutting either. So I like to watch his videos because I like to see new knives. I just like to see what's out there. But as far as like basing my decision before I buy an expensive knife, I'm not going to just trust Metal Complex's view of it. I'm going to get some second opinions for show. Checked out a Jack Wolf at Blade Show. Not a fan of flip joints at all, but they're very well built. Yeah, that's what I hear. I am getting one on loan in a couple weeks, I believe. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out. Definitely. I hear they're just super well built, and maybe I'll fall in love. But even if I do, I still am not going to be able to cough up 300 bones. I'll be very curious to see how they feel in comparison to the Jack Wolf knives. Or the Ohio River Jack, I mean. Got JW on the brain. I'll be curious to see how they stack up to this. Dopey, you've got some Ohio River Jacks, don't you? So maybe you can answer this already. But I'm curious to check out the differences. We're diving into bearing folder now. Jack Wolf, yeah. I wonder if they'll do another one after this one. Probably if it does well, I'm sure. This, to me, is an excellent purchase. I got this one on sale when they were when it was $99. They were on sale for $110, and then my code Doody10, you could get it for $99. That is an incredible deal. But right now, they are not on sale at $145, I believe. And still, I think that's a very good price. This is full titanium jigged tie with M390. You can get, this Warncliffe in full flat grind, the sheep's foot, or the spear point. Back spring completely and totally, really nice and flush. Really good pop on the walk and talk. And $145 is a price that I can swallow. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. It's got to be. I would be majorly disappointed if it didn't feel better. I'm just saying, I don't know if I can cough up $300, even though it is made much better. Don't have any slip joints. One case I never use. Hand load a few. In Atlanta, the action of the Jack Wolf was good, but nothing special. It's the fit and finish that sets it apart. How? I guess I don't still understand. Is it like just how the inlay is done, or I guess I just need to. I don't know. I need to just experience it. I need to just need to feel it, and I will soon. I have a Venom Jack coming in a little bit, in a couple of weeks, I think. Have to get my hands on a Jack Wolf Gunslinger. I'd love to try one too, man. It does look nice and snappy. The folder looks easy to get to. The front flipper looks like it worked good. I'm not going to buy one because it's not my blade shape that I like. Speaking of front flippers, you guys haven't seen the unboxing of this yet, but I will spoil it for you if you want. I already showed it in a short, I think, but I picked up the Tucson TS377. This thing is a beast. Look how thick it is. It's super thick. Here's the PM2. It's real thick, and it's a front flipper. Check this blade out. Hoo-hoo, baby, look at that. Mean Tonto. And check this out. The measurement behind the edge up here on the Tonto is just as thin as the rest of the blade. That's weird. Most Tontos are much thicker up here and more slicey back here. This one's just slicey all around. And it's an inset liner lock. Check that out. No liners. The lock bar is literally just a bar that goes down to about here, and then it's secured by two screws that are hidden underneath this inlay, carbon fiber inlay. Really cool. The front flipper works really good. Super, super good. I just think it's a sick, kind of futuristic looking design. Really nicely built. Only $100. Very smooth action. There is a hole, but I can't seem to get it. It's a little too high, not enough leverage, and it's a little too small. But that's fine because the front flipper works really good. The inlay is done super nice. It sticks up a little bit, actually a lot past the surface of the titanium, so it actually kind of gives you a contoured-ish kind of feeling. This is a sweet one. I'm glad I added this to my Tucson collection. Man, that thing's pointy. For me, not being a slip joint guy, but a machinist, I can see the quality of the work. But to me, a slip joint is just a slip joint. They do use good materials and build them very well. Building a slip joint has got to be easier than building any other kind of knife, right? Like a locking knife. Because there's less surfaces that have to interact with each other perfectly, The locking knife, you have the pivot and the lock bar, and they all have to interact with each other perfectly in order for you to get solid lockup and a good action. With the slip joint, there's just less going on. There's less that you need to get perfect. So it's got to be easier. The Terzola Eagle Rock looks badass. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard they had a problem. I heard they had some problem with those on the QC. I forget what it was, though. The Concept Bevy Sheep's Foot is a sweet slip joint. I haven't seen that. Let's check it out. Concept Bevy knife. Concept. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Kind of a modern traditional with the fuller. That's pretty cool. Yeah, $80. What's the blade steel? Because that might be a little much. 154 cm. I don't know. That seems a little high, doesn't it? 154 cm and G10. It's not awful. It seems a little high. Oh, there's a sheep's foot version too? Yeah, I'd probably like that better. Yeah, that's cool. There's a Spartan Hersey on NAF sale. I'm not sure if you like those. How much is it? I've never. I handled a Spartan Hersey briefly at a knife show, and it was beautiful, but very stiff. Could not even flick it if I wanted to. Not because the detent was bad or anything, but just it was so tight in the pivot. And I'm sure that's how they come. I'm sure they have to break in. But it's the first thing I noticed is I tried to slow roll it out, and I was like, the new Veritas would be my pick if I had money to blow. Yeah, I like it too. I really like the pattern on the titanium that they did. Choke up spot, front flipper, reverse flicker. I'm in. I'm in, baby. Put me in, coach. Well, going about an hour and a half. I actually have to go into the shop this morning and work for a couple hours. And then I got to come back, and I got someone coming over. I have to put, I'm welding together a cage to put around their catalytic converter on their car. In my area, people have been stealing those left and right, catalytic converters. So I've had a lot of people call me about building a little cage to bolt up around their caddies so no one can steal them. So anyways, I'm doing that. What's up, Brashier Beer? We're just wrapping it up now, buddy. Good to see you, though. Anybody got anything else? Live, love, and maxim it. Hell yeah, dude. Just wrap razor wire around it. Yeah, that would stop somebody. Absolutely. Absolutely. Heading out to the garden. Beautiful day here in Southwest Ohio. That sounds amazing, Richard. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. It's always good to see you. Always good to see all you folks. And I'll see you tonight in the Blade Cartel Hangout. I got to talk to Jason. I'm not sure if we have a guest or if it's just going to be a homie hangout. But it should be at least me and Jason and probably Diener. And yeah, let's see what happens. We haven't done a giveaway in a while, so we'll probably do one. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I love ya. Watch for the members only video coming out tomorrow. And also have a video for you guys tomorrow. What else? Yeah, that's about it. You guys are great. Please like the stream before you head out. I'd appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.